The vibrant streets of Vancouver were filled with music and laughter. It was the annual Filipino Festival, a time for the community to come together and celebrate their rich culture. But on this day, the joyous atmosphere would be shattered. A day meant for celebration turned into a scene of unimaginable tragedy. A vehicle plowed into a crowd of festival goers, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. The incident took place on April 27, 2025, in the heart of Vancouver's Filipino district. The festival, a beloved tradition, had drawn families and friends from across the city. As the festivities were in full swing, a van suddenly veered off the road. It crashed into unsuspecting attendees, sending shockwaves through the crowd. Panic and chaos ensued as people screamed and ran for safety. The aftermath was horrific. 8 lives were lost that day, and many more were injured. The air was thick with the smell of gasoline and the sound of sirens. First responders rushed to the scene, tending to the wounded and transporting them to nearby hospitals. The festival, once a vibrant tapestry of music, dance, and food, was now a solemn reminder of the fragility of life. The victims of this senseless act of violence were mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters. They were elders, their wisdom silenced too soon. They were children, their laughter extinguished in an instant. Among those lost were families who came to the festival to share in the joy of their heritage, only to have their lives tragically cut short. The impact on the Filipino community has been profound. The loss of their loved ones has left an unfillable void in their hearts. Many of the victims were elders, respected members of the community who carried with them the stories and traditions of the Philippines. Their absence is deeply felt, a loss of cultural knowledge and guidance. The children who were injured or killed represent the future of the Filipino community in Vancouver. Their potential, their dreams, were tragically cut short. The pain of their loss is immeasurable, a stark reminder of the innocence lost in this act of violence. In the wake of the tragedy, authorities acted swiftly to apprehend the suspect. A 52-year-old man, whose name has not yet been released, is currently in custody. The motive behind this horrific act remains unclear. Investigators are working tirelessly to determine whether it was a deliberate attack or a tragic accident. Officials have been tight-lipped about the details of the investigation. However, preliminary reports suggest that the incident was not an act of terrorism. Some witnesses have reported that the driver of the van appeared to be in distress prior to the incident. Others have speculated that the crash may have been the result of a medical emergency. The investigation is ongoing, with authorities examining every piece of evidence to piece together the events that led to this tragedy. The Filipino community, while grappling with grief and loss, waits anxiously for answers, hoping to find some sense of closure and justice for the victims. Even in the face of immense grief, the Filipino community in Vancouver has shown incredible resilience. The spirit of bayanihan, the Filipino tradition of coming together to help one another, especially in times of need, has been evident in the aftermath of the tragedy. Community centers have been transformed into spaces of mourning and support, offering counseling services and practical assistance to those affected by the tragedy. Donations have been pouring in from across Canada and beyond, a testament to the outpouring of love and support for the Filipino community. In the midst of this tragedy, the Filipino community has found strength in their shared culture and faith. Traditional mourning practices such as the pagsama-sama or gathering together and the padasal or praying together have provided solace and a sense of community in the face of unimaginable loss. The road to healing will be long and arduous, but the Filipino community in Vancouver has shown that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit, bolstered by faith, culture, and community, can endure.